Happy St. Patrick's Day. I'm Ray Collins. Scott Dennis is back on Monday. Topping our noon today, a local murder case that gained national attention over a decade ago could return to court. Judge Andrew Owens sentenced Joseph Smith to death 10 years ago for killing this girl, 11-year-old Carly Brucia. The jury's recommendation was 10-2. But now with a new state law requiring a unanimous verdict, Smith says his sentence is no longer valid and he wants a new trial. Here's his original public defender's prediction.
It appears almost certain that Mr. Smith's death sentence will be reversed and his case will be remanded back to Sarasota County.
The state attorney's office says we can likely expect a ruling within a few weeks from Tallahassee. The change could allow dozens of cases on death row to be reopened. Meantime, an Orlando state attorney's announcement that she'd never push for a death sentence again drew a swift reaction from Governor Scott. Reporter Reed Binion has this story.
I want to thank Governor Scott and his office for doing what we all hoped he would do.
Orlando Deputy Police Chief Robert Anzueto praising Florida Governor Rick Scott for removing a state attorney who refused to seek the death penalty against an accused cop killer. Markeith Lloyd was arrested in January following an extensive manhunt. Police say he shot and killed Orlando Police Lieutenant Deborah Clayton while she was trying to arrest him for the killing of his pregnant ex-girlfriend, Sade Dixon. The victims' families, according to police, want Lloyd executed.
Seth Clayton, who is the husband of now deceased Lieutenant Deborah Clayton, stated today to me, "My closure will be when Markeith Lloyd is 6 feet under."
Several organizations, including Amnesty International and the NAACP Legal Defense and Educational Fund, sided with State Attorney Aramis Ayala, who said her office won't seek the death penalty in any case.
I do understand that this is a controversial issue.
Ayala, apparently anticipating blowback when she made the announcement, explained the factors that informed her decision.
Number one, death penalty has no public safety benefit. Number two, the death penalty does not increase safety for law enforcement officers. Number three, the death penalty generally is not a deterrent.
That explanation not good enough for the governor.
I can bring in a new state attorney to handle the case and do the right thing.
I'm Reed Binion reporting.
Here at home, a 14-month-old toddler is in critical condition after he almost drowned in his family pool. It happened at a Lakewood Ranch home in the Summerfield Strand subdivision. Detectives say the father was eating when he noticed the sliding glass door had been opened. He went outside and found his infant son unresponsive in the pool. He began life-saving efforts until first responders arrived. Detectives are still investigating the incident. In Palmetto, the state fire marshal is trying to figure out what sparked a fire at a Mexican restaurant on 8th Avenue West. La Rancherita was occupied at the time, but nobody was injured. Police shut down both sides of 8th Avenue for about 4 hours as crews worked to extinguish the flames. It is going to be a little easier to get between Anna Maria Island and Longboat Key without driving. The Gulf Islands Water Shuttle begins today at 2:30. It'll leave the Bradenton Beach City Pier and stop at the Mar Vista and Whitney Beach Plaza on Longboat Key. The shuttle runs from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. after today. One-way tickets are $10. Sarasota officials have been in negotiations to bring that water taxi to the bayfront, but at this point, nothing has been finalized. Well, happening also in a few hours, the Sarasota County Fair. This is a live look at the fairgrounds on Ringling Boulevard in Fruitville. It's also known locally as the Agriculture Fair, along with the usual rides and food. There's also arts and crafts, live music, and competition within animals. In fact, there's a llama event on Sunday. This will be the fair's 81st year. It ends a week from Sunday on the 26th. And the weather could not be more cooperative for the water taxi and the county fair.
Absolutely true. Yeah, it's going to be absolutely exquisite all weekend long, I think. We're going to talk about which of the 2 days will probably be the better, but it's almost a flip of the coin because they're both going to be pretty spectacular.
Good.
And today's not bad either,
No.
I think. We started off kind of on the cool side, a little warmer than yesterday, but still cool. And as we head into the afternoon, copious amounts of sunshine will replace the fair weather clouds that we had earlier on. Now blue sky is the rule, and that is helping to boost our temperatures nicely from the 40s into the 60s. And it'll be warmer this afternoon than it was yesterday. Already, we're at pretty much where we were yesterday, and I think we're well on the way to seeing a daytime high that'll top out most likely in the low 70s. We'll have the complete weekend forecast for you coming up in just a few, Ray.
Talk to you soon, John. There's an old Irish saying, there are only two kinds of people in the world, the Irish and those who wish they were. Either side you pick, expect to spend some serious cash today. According to the National Retail Federation, more than $5 billion will be spent for St. Patrick's Day. That's an average of about $38 a person. Most of that spending will take place in restaurants and bars, since the day is often marked with corned beef and, a lot of beer. Now a man who enjoys marking holidays, Jeff Stern, our business commentator. And good to have you here, Jeff.
Definitely, Ray.
How did Wall Street do this week?
Wall Street had a pretty down week for the most part, but Wednesday was positive, so that helped the whole week. Dow was about a quarter positive, while NASDAQ over 0.5%, S&P just over 0.25% as well. As we know, Janet Yellen said rates are going up on Wednesday. The markets love that. Right now, the 10-year Treasury is right around 2.53. Let's see how we're currently trading. The Dow Jones Industrial Average, 20,928, down 6.03%. NASDAQ's negative as well, 5,895, down 5 points, almost 0.1%. S&P 2,379, down almost 2 points. Not much moving either way, but it's all negative so far.
Well, based on Tiffany's fourth quarter numbers, Jeff, it appears people seem to be enjoying buying fine jewelry still.
They are. Retail is still alive, it looks like. Tiffany's came in at $1.23 billion for the fourth quarter, much better than expected. That's $1.45 a share. They believe low digits for the next year coming up. Opened 11 stores 2016, closed 5, so that gives them about 313 stores. Tiffany gives a lot of credit to their price increases, extending their line, as well as digital advertising. They're trying to get in that younger generation with people like Lady Gaga as their spokesman. They've also changed their CEO, management, even top designer. A lot has gone strong for Tiffany. It's trading around $92 a share. It's up 18% for the year. Really strong, especially with retail overall not doing as well.
They've done very well for themselves. Now you have a educational workshop with a unique twist next Wednesday.
That's correct, Ray. On Wednesday at 1:30, March 22nd, do you and your spouse understand what you own? It's really for the average investor, but might not know exactly what's in their portfolio if something should happen to somebody. So please feel free to RSVP 906-2847. And we'll just kind of talk about what's going on and what you currently own. It's for everybody.
Very good. Have a nice weekend, Jeff.
Enjoy yours, Ray.
Thank you. Okay, enjoy St. Patrick's Day, folks, but not too much. The Florida Highway Patrol will have a DUI wolf pack this weekend in several counties, including Sarasota and Manatee. And if you find yourself feeling a little bit too thirsty, AAA is offering a free tow-to-go service. Here's the number, 855-2-TOW-TO-GO or 286-9246. St. Patrick's also a good time to take advantage of some freebies and special offers. Starting with McDonald's, they have 4 new twists on its popular milkshake called the Shamrock Shake. Proceeds from the drink will go to the Ronald McDonald's House Charities. And Krispy Kreme are dyeing the original glazed green and donuts, there you go, sprinkles as well. Also, Dunkin' Donuts has a Shamrock Sprinkle Donut, and Baskin Robbins has green ice cream, a cake decorated with 4-leaf clovers, a rainbow, and a pot of gold. You can't beat that. Time for lunch indeed. Let's check in now with Judy Gallagher, who is live in downtown Sarasota at Duval's Fresh Local Seafood Restaurant. Hi, Judy.
Hi there, Ray, and happy St. Patrick's Day to everybody out there. We're celebrating today being right downtown at a fresh spot that everybody seems to love, and that's Duval's. Now, what you're going to find here is both lunch and dinner, beautiful seafood menu, but there's also much more, and yes, there will be corned beef today. So stay with me throughout the hour as we explore the craft cocktails, the beautiful crab cakes, and so much more right here at Duval's Seafood and More at 5 Points in Sarasota.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, AND services.com.
the official Suncoast Storm team at ABC7. We're here for you.
Are you considering joint replacement or revision surgery? Consider this. Dr. Edward Stolarski has performed thousands of successful joint replacement procedures and trained surgeons from all over the world. Using advanced technologies, Dr. Stolarski is able to perform some of the most complex surgeries.
I wish I knew about Dr. Stolarski much sooner.
After the surgery, I don't have any pain. It's like I've got a 16-year-old hip.
My name's Ed Stolarski. What I really do is I give people back their life.
Schedule a consultation today.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Every now and then, factories authorize us to give deep discounts on furniture. And that time is now during the Flexsteel Factory Authorized Sale at Bacon's Furniture and Design. Shop the Flexsteel styles you love like Brandon, Dillon, Crosstown, Fleet Street Sectionals, and more. All at the guaranteed lowest authorized prices. Experience the beauty, the functionality, the quality for years to come with a lifetime warranty on Flexsteel's patented spring construction. The Flexsteel Factory Authorized Sale going on now only at Bacon's Furniture and Design.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
So we're looking at temperatures that have risen nicely since this morning. We're at 63 degrees now currently with a dew point value of 28, still low, but yesterday's dew point value was about 10 degrees cooler than we have right now. So we are on our way to a more moist atmosphere, and I think as we head into the next several days, we'll watch those winds continually shift eastward from northeast, which is where they have been now, to an east-northeast wind, and eventually to a due east wind, and maybe even a southeast wind as we head into the last half of the weekend. All of that helping to return moisture, keep our air more comfortable, I guess you could say, and to keep that really dry air from becoming even drier once we heat it at night, which I'm sure a lot of us have turned on the heaters at night, and that has caused the air to really dry out to like Sahara Desert type dryness, really. And some folks probably battling a little bit of issues with that dry air, respiratory issues, maybe some sinus issues, maybe some chapped lips, such as that. That's coming to an end. We'll watch those nighttime low temperatures also rise in response to a little bit more moisture in the air, and the daytime high temperatures rise in response to an easterly wind coming in over a warming landmass. 63 degrees Wauchula, 64 Arcadia, 63 Mayaca, Parrish, Bradenton, Lakewood Ranch at 62. 63 is popular from Sarasota down toward Inglewood, where it becomes 62. 64 degrees in Northport and 68 degrees in Punta Gorda. So we have a nice red tide status again today. The amount of red tide in the water has decreased over the last couple of weeks, and in the air, the offshore wind flow I think has helped somewhat. Certainly the marine spotters going to these various locations have reported no red tide toxins in the air at these beaches at the time they sampled the air, so that's good. The offshore wind flow should continue right straight through a lot of the weekend, so all in all, things look good there. Titan radar not showing a drop of rain around anywhere. The air aloft still too dry for that. This tan color here is super dry air, and that is to our west. And when you see that kind of dry air to the west, it means just a beautiful sunset tonight. I think it should be really gorgeous. Now, you'll notice a kind of dip in this jet stream. That dip is an indication of a little bit of a trough, a weak trough, not a big deal, but it was responsible for a little bit of morning cloud cover. That is now, of course, giving way to the blue sky that we have out there, and I think blue sky will be the rule for this afternoon, and it's particularly tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a beautiful sunny day. Now, we have a frontal boundary to our north, a low-pressure area. More snowfall occurring in parts of the western and central Great Lakes now. And that low-pressure area will continue to drift eastward, pushing our high-pressure ridge out into the Atlantic. That's what's shifting our winds a little bit to the east and eventually maybe even to the southeast. So we'll watch for warmer conditions today, sunny into Sunday and dry into next week. The frontal boundary to our north may influence our weather over the weekend. We'll talk more about that in the next half hour. Forecast for us today looks like this. We'll have a daytime high temperature in the mid to upper 70s for the next couple of days. Don't forget, spring starts on Monday, and the weather looks like it'll be beautiful for that. Right?
Thank you, John. On to health news now. A disturbing trend involving brain injuries, especially among older Americans. A new report from the Centers for Disease Control says back in 2013, 1 in every 45 Americans 75 and older had head injuries that led to emergency room visits, hospitalizations, or death. One possible factor, more elderly living home alone. And overall, the number of brain injuries rose 50% for all ages. A new report is showing a long-acting cholesterol medicine can cut the risk of having a heart attack. The drug is called Amgen's Repatha and has been shown to lessen risks by 15 to 20%. It's given as shots every 2 weeks or once a month, but there is some debate about the cost of the drug. Ready? It's $14,000 a year. The findings were published by the New England Journal of Medicine. We hear phrases like luck of the Irish or feeling down on our luck, but is luck real or is it just a mindset? Some doctors now say that our perception of luck really comes down to whether we go looking for things that are going well in our lives or not. They also say if we commit ourselves to look for favorable experiences, we are naturally going to start to feel luckier and maybe start attributing more events to luck than might actually just be the case.
It might be that we can cultivate attitudes that lead us to feel greater fortune, more luck. Louis Pasteur, believe it or not, said fortune favors the prepared mind. So if we prime our brain to be looking for that which is going our way, we might actually start to feel luckier.
And it's also our willingness to try new things. Some suggest if we feel confident and safe in trying new things, we will naturally open ourselves to more new opportunities. Good advice on this St. Patrick's Day. Still to come, we'll talk March Madness, spring training baseball, and then we'll go to the dogs, both our pet adoption segment and details of an event tomorrow where you can run with a partner as long as your partner has a leash.
The human spirit's capacity to defy the odds, to push the envelope, is boundless.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com for Chef Judy's favorite recipes, restaurant guide, and more. Go to mysuncoast.com/dining.
Need more space in your place? The More Space Place can help with Murphy beds that disappear to reveal a home office, living room, or den. Custom closets with designated areas for your shoes, bags, wardrobe, and accessories. Custom-built entertainment centers, garage storage systems, and more. The More Space Place has 3 showrooms next to Sonny's on US 41 South in Sarasota, on Lakewood Ranch Boulevard just south of State Route 64 in Bradenton, and on Tamiami Trail next to Panera Bread in Port Charlotte. Put more space in your place at the More Space Place.
In town? On the town. The Mark offers landmark living in the center of everything you love about Sarasota. Priced from the 700s, spacious residences and elevated club-level amenities create a private oasis in the sky. Promenade shopping and dining put the best of downtown downstairs. Sales gallery open daily at the corner of Pineapple and State Street just south of Main. The Mark, Sarasota. Presented by Coulter.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
It's no small wonder anybody loves it all.
I just love art that moves me.
No small,
I mean, really moves me.
wonder.
Sunset Fiat of Sarasota presents No Small Wonder. High performance style. Let the art of Fiat move you.
The human spirit's capacity to defy the odds, to push the envelope, is boundless.
March Madness marches on today. The second slate of opening games are underway, including Michigan and Oklahoma State. Other games today are #1 North Carolina against Texas Southern, Louisville versus Jacksonville State, and Duke versus Troy. And the only Florida team, Miami, faces off against Michigan State tonight. Games continue through the weekend. Finals are set for the first week of April. Spring training, hit it. At the midway point, Orioles and Pirates face off today at Lecom Park in Bradenton. Tampa Bay Rays hosting the Twins in Port Charlotte, and the Yankees are in Lakeland against the Detroit Tigers. The Orioles game this Sunday is also a food drive, by the way. The team hopes she'll be generous for the All Faiths Food Bank. Fans are encouraged to bring non-perishable food items or monetary donations. They're collected at the gates as you come in. The Orioles' involvement with All Foods is part of their Sarasota 365, which is a year-round engagement with the Sarasota community. All right, time now for our pet of the week. You recall last week the cat ran away. This week they've got John's got a tight grip on Scooby, not Marcia.
You know, that happened to me once, though, Marcia. The cat ran away and it went under the set. We had a wooden set at the time in the old studios, and it took about a week to get that cat back out from under that set.
Last week the best show was going on behind the cameras as everybody was, scurrying for it. But
we
not
have
our Scooby.
Scooby's a good dog. He's got that RCA look on his face there. The old Victrola look, right?
He kind of reminds me, was it Petey's dog in Our Gang Comedy?
Right, exactly.
Okay, he kind of reminds me of that.
Exactly.
Scooby is about 4.5 years old. He was found just roaming on one of the streets in Manatee County, and he found his way to Dante's Den. He truly did, and he walked into our gates, and we've had him ever since. He is a loving dog. He is full of spirit. He's happy, loves to ride in cars. Now, children he loves from the age of about 12 and 13 on up, but beyond that, as you go down, he would prefer to be the child, not to have the children.
Well, he's a little dog, so he's probably not going to want to be have his ears pulled or whatever.
That's right. That's right.
Oh, and sweetie, I know this is a tough place, the studio, with all these mechanical cameras that we have here and the people running around.
But he's
you're doing pretty well with it
health. He has had, of course, all of his vaccinations, but he is just a wonderful dog. He's going to be a great companion for somebody.
You can tell he'd be a great lap dog. He'll just settle right down. Once he gets into a calm home,
as he was waiting to come here and in the green room, he was just kind of sprawled out and already taking a snooze, and then we kind of woke him up because this is your debut.
That's what they do with me,
Yeah.
Just
they
before
shake
the weather.
you a little bit?
Yeah, they come in there, they kind of nudge me a little and say, wake up, Scaldy. Yeah, you're doing so good.
But Scooby is one of the wonderful dogs out at Dante's Den. And you can contact us at 941-219-3730. Fill out an application. You can find it online. And then you can come and meet Scooby. And we do a wonderful interview. We want to see your home. We do home visits. And we want to make sure that Scooby will be the king of his castle.
It'd be a great dog to have and a great addition to the family. Marcia, thanks so much for coming in.
Thanks,
today.
John.
Appreciate it. Scooby, hope you find a home real soon. Hope you do. Right.
An aggressive head rub there throughout that segment. Scooby's got a headache. You can bring your four-legged best friend to Nathan Benderson Park in Lakewood Ranch tomorrow for a walkathon. The tail wagging event brings thousands of dog lovers and their pets on a 3K walk around the park. The event is the largest fundraiser for Southeastern guide dogs, which pairs visually impaired and PTSD vets with dogs at no cost. Again, it takes place tomorrow at Nathan Benderson Park in Lakewood Ranch, or near Lakewood Ranch. There's also a new race this year. It's the Wagon Run, which is a 5K and 10K. Let's go back for lunch now. At 5 Points, Chef Judy is at Duval's Seafood and More. Hey, Judy.
Hey there, Ray. I'm here with Chef Nils. And Nils, we've known each other a long time, and you are doing such a great job at Duval's. Let's give our viewers some history of how long you've been here and what your theme of the restaurant is.
Well, we are Duval's Fresh Local Seafood. We cater to all our locals as much as possible. We source most of our ingredients locally as much as possible, too. All of our fresh fish comes out of the Gulf as much as possible. So we focus on that fresh local seafood. We branded ourselves about 3 years ago with that concept, and it's really been a home run for us. And we're now going into our year 6. I've been here for 4.5 years of that, and it's time has flown by. We're having a lot of fun doing it.
I can tell. Now, you did a renovation a little bit ago. Talk about that for a few minutes.
Well, before our renovation, we were a very contemporary, sleek-looking, bus-like restaurant. Didn't have too much feel to it and no ambiance. So what we did about 2.5 years ago, we did a complete renovation. Took us about 4.5 weeks, and we added a bar. We got our liquor license, and we've been hitting the ground running ever since, and business has been booming.
Do you have a happy hour?
Oh, we have a wonderful happy hour from 3 to 7 o'clock. It's available in the bar and also in our dining room. We do that until 6 o'clock in our dining room. Great specials, little savers here and there on drinks and also on food. So.
I love that. And you are open, obviously, for lunch and dinner, and that's what people see. It's really a hot spot to come to right near 5 Points.
Well, we try. We try to meet and exceed all the expectations.
Now, we're going to get to the food in just a minute, but for people that are looking for St. Patrick's Day, you do have a couple specials today, right?
The luck of the Irish runs through us no matter what. Today we're going to do a little bit of a corned beef sandwich, corned beef Reuben as well, and then tonight we have a 4-course dinner featuring a wonderful potato leek salad, a traditional Irish pub salad, potato leek soup, and also a corned beef and cabbage dinner.
So no matter where you're going to be celebrating, make sure you bring it downtown, and you can definitely stop into Duval's. But don't go too far. In a little while, we're going to go around the table and find out the delicious food that's waiting for us here. Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School, serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
What to do when your heating or air conditioning needs service or, heaven forbid, replacement? Call Air Now today. We've been serving Sarasota and Manatee County since 1946. We offer $49.95 tune-ups, lease or finance options, and remember, service today or it's free.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
I got some really great ribeyes, but my old grill died.
We got a lot of grills here. I show Clay a 3-burner with stainless steel grates. We'll even set it up and deliver it for him.
Ace is the place where you'll feel like you're in grill heaven. Only you won't run into your old grill. That would be awkward.
I'm gonna need more ribeyes.
Right now, buy 2 get 1 free on all gallons of interior and exterior paint. March 8th to 20th only. 6 convenient Sarasota locations and now open in Bradenton, Northport, and soon Osprey.
You know, things can happen in an instant. We never expected Brady to be in an accident. And if he didn't have blood donors, he wouldn't be here.
To Suncoast blood donors and everybody in this community, I'd say thank you. You know, I'm gonna pay it forward.
I'm calling in regards about my mother, and I'm here, and I just want to thank you because
It saved my mother's life yesterday. And I'd like to know the names of the people that came in and saved her so I could call and thank them. And she's doing fine. It's a wonderful thing. Thank you.
When you fall and cannot get up, an accident can turn into a tragedy. But with Life Alert, one touch of a button can get you help fast. Life Alert saves a person from a catastrophe every 10 minutes.
Life Alert is a lifesaver. If it weren't for Life Alert, I wouldn't be sitting here today.
For a free Life Alert brochure, call 1-800-962-4112. That's 1-800-962-4112. Call now, 1-800-962-4112. For a free brochure, call 1-800-962-4112.
Live from our studios on Florida's Suncoast, this is ABC 7 News at noon. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Welcome back. Topping our half hour, the search for a college student and a charter boat first mate in Pinellas Intercoastal is now over. The Coast Guard has called off the search for 27-year-old Andrew Dillman and 21-year-old G. Liu. The two had been missing since Tuesday. That day, 15 college students chartered the yacht, and Liu was among 5 who jumped from the boat to swim. Well, when the first mate, Dillman, saw him struggling against the current, he jumped in to help. Both were swept under. Neither had life jackets on. The unsuccessful search covered nearly 1,600 square miles. Liu attended Colorado State University. In North Carolina, a raging inferno engulfed an apartment complex in Raleigh last night. Look at this video. The complex was under construction. One firefighter was injured. The blaze damaged 10 other buildings and knocked out power to hundreds in the area. It took about 3 hours to get the fire under control. The cause of the fire still remains under investigation. A miraculous rescue in Illinois. A fast-thinking paramedic dove into frigid waters to save an infant inside a submerged SUV. A witness told deputies they saw the driver heading down a hill and toward the lake. No one else was in the car. The paramedic managed to pull the baby onto the hood of the car and perform CPR. The child should be okay. By the way, strange subplot, 2 other bodies were later found. One was recovered from the lake and the other after a house fire. Terrifying moments on one of the world's most active volcanoes. As reporter Terry Moran tells us, the eruption on Italy's Mount Etna injured tourists, journalists, and scientists as they tried to escape.
Mount Etna is quiet, but as a group of tourists and a BBC News crew discovered, in an instant, everything can change. Molten rock and boulders shooting hundreds of feet into the air. The BBC crew dropping their camera to the ground, people fleeing as the superheated debris rains down and a dense cloud of steam engulfs the slope. As they're pelted with rocks from the eruption, they scramble for the safety of the mountain vehicle. A window there shattered. 10 people injured, 3 hospitalized. All were badly shaken.
Wow, that was a close call.
We spoke with the BBC's Rebecca Morrell.
Suddenly, there was one smaller explosion sending a plume of white steam up into the air, and we thought, oh, that seems a bit strange. And then seconds later, it was a second huge explosion, sending boiling rocks, boulders, steam up into the air.
So there was a moment when you thought you were going to die?
Yeah, a bit. It's a volcano. There's a huge explosion. You do think, well, that might be it.
Mount Etna is one of the world's most active volcanoes. It's been erupting for the past 2 days, a spectacle visible from space.
And man, you believe that video?
Wow, that's frightening if you were there.
Well, the weather bounced back just in time for the weekend here, didn't it?
Yes, sir. It did. We started off kind of cold yesterday. You know, it was kind of chilly. I think for a lot of folks, they probably spent a lot of their time indoors, you know, and I think as we head into the weekend, folks are going to enjoy a little warmer weather. It's that time of year. We need a little warmer weather. Spring right around the corner. We had a little cloud cover around this morning. No big worries. That doesn't mean that we're going to have a cloudy or inclement weather weekend. I think it's looking pretty good for the weekend. The rest of the afternoon features sunshine and blue skies out there, and tonight should be absolutely gorgeous. Winds have started their shift. No longer out of the due northeast, and more out of the east northeast, and will continue to shift, I think, around to the east over the course of the rest of the day and into the night. By tomorrow, we may even start a little bit more of a southeasterly wind flow. That'll continue the warming trend that we're going to get right straight through the weekend. We have another front headed our way, though, and after today's daytime high, about 10 degrees warmer than yesterday, we'll see a little dip in our temperatures next week. Well, just a little bit, though, and we'll talk about that coming up in a few minutes, Ray.
Thank you, John. An update now on a variety of issues in the Trump administration. The Make America Great budget blueprint makes major cuts to various agencies, more for military spending and less for the environment, labor, and the State Department. Debate is also ongoing about the health care replacement plan. The president says he's 100% behind the bill, but there is still some room for negotiation, he says. And the White House is not backing down when it comes to accusations that former President Obama wiretapped Trump Tower. And when a reporter asked the spokesman about things, well, it got heated. Watch this.
Are you saying that the president still stands by his allegation that President Obama ordered wiretapping or surveillance of Trump Tower, despite the fact that the Senate Intelligence Committee says they see no indication that it happened? Does the president still stand by the
first of all,
allegation?
he stands by it, but again, you're mischaracterizing what happened today.
No,
the Senate, I know,
exactly from their statement.
Some Republican leaders on Capitol Hill have joined Democrats to say they have seen no evidence of any wiretapping. Meantime, German Chancellor Angela Merkel is at the White House today. You might recall on the campaign trail, President Trump bashed Germany for their refugee policies. Well, today, both hope to reset their relationship. The meeting will end with a joint news conference. We'll have details later at 5 and 6. In other news, even the Golden Arches has hackers. McDonald's says its Twitter account was hacked after inappropriate comments about President Trump surfaced. The remarks appeared on their Twitter account for about 20 minutes. It was enough to send the internet buzzing. Trump supporters suggested a boycott of the fast food chain, but once it became known the account was hacked, there were mostly jokes. St. Patrick's Day fun begins in less than about an hour in Sarasota. The 9th annual block party at Shamrock Pub begins at 1 o'clock. Live music, bagpipes, face painting, and lots of Irish food, and oh yeah, plenty of green beer. Admission is free. Also lots of green in Bradenton today as well. The Old Main Street Merchants Association is hosting their St. Patrick's Day block party in Bradenton. It starts at 5 p.m. and goes until midnight. The road will be shut down, so drivers should seek an alternative route rather than use Old Main Street. That'll be shut down to cars. For a full list of St. Patrick's Day activities, go to our website at mysuncoast.com. Let's keep the luck going now and go live to 5 Points in downtown Sarasota. Chef Judy is at a wonderful restaurant, and there's also some Irish food there as well, we heard, Judy?
There'll be a wee bit of the Irish tonight here at Duval Seafood. And Chef Nils, why don't you give us the full Monty of what we have on the table here?
Fruits of the bounty, as they would say.
That's right.
Here at Duval's, we're known for our fresh local seafood. So we did our twist on a Cobb salad with some shrimp, crab, and lobster tail right on top, highlighted with some of our candy pepper bacon right on top of that, almost gilding the lily, as we say. We are known for our seafood, but we also do the side effect stuff like chicken and pork and steaks. Here's our porkapalooza, so to speak. Tasso ham, chorizo, bacon, all topped with a grilled boneless pork chop. Luck of the Irish today, our corned beef sandwich was served with some sauerkraut, homemade Thousand Island dressing, a little Swiss cheese on top. Twist on a traditional caprese salad. It's a southern caprese with fried green tomatoes, fresh mozzarella, and some heirloom tomatoes, highlighted with some garlic herb oil and a balsamic reduction. And then our signature shrimp po' boy sandwich, which put us on the map. Gulf shrimp, lightly fried with a little chipotle remoulade, fresh Napa cabbage and sliced tomatoes on there. Really nice, crisp, fresh flavors.
The bread is an important part of the sandwich.
Everyone does come back for the bread. I mean, we go through cases upon cases of bread a week.
Great.
It's insane.
It's really good.
It's really crazy.
And look at this beautiful dish. The broth is stunning.
Thank you very much. This is our version of a bouillabaisse. It's all the wonderful bounties of the sea with calamari, shrimp, mussels, some fresh Gulf fish, topped with a lobster tail, and some Parmesan crostinis. and then we go over to our version of a crab cake. We call it our Caribbean crab cake, which has both crab and shrimp in there. And then we lightly pan fry it, finish it off in the oven so it's nice golden brown. Serve it over our sweet corn succotash, which has zucchini, red bell peppers, and onion, and then we finish it with a tart peach balsamic glaze on the side, so it kind of balances out that richness of that crab. So it's really great.
It just sounds so delicious. Let's give a shout out one more time for your course dinner tonight for St. Patrick's Day for those that might be popping around to different places and then want to sit someplace to have an Irish meal.
Yes, we have a wonderful 4-course dinner tonight, highlighted with a potato leek soup, followed by a traditional Irish pub salad, a corned beef, cabbage, and potato traditional Irish dinner, and then we're finishing it off with a apple cake with a vanilla custard over the top of it.
Well, there you go. You have the luck of the Irish and a luck of the seafood bounty right here at Duval's. Go nowhere. Dessert's coming in just a few minutes.
ABC 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you weeknights at 5.
Luxury for less at Alex Karras Lincoln. Drive a brand new 2017 Lincoln MKC Sports Utility for $249 per month or 2017 MKZ for $299 per month. We are proud to introduce the newest addition to the Lincoln lineup, the all-new 2017 Lincoln Continental. We have a great selection and ready for immediate delivery. Alex Karras Lincoln, affordable luxury, winner of the prestigious 2015 President's Award, serving Florida's Suncoast since 1978. We're located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Attention! This is an important message for anyone who has taken XARELTO or PRADAXA. If you or a loved one took the blood thinner medication XARELTO or PRADAXA and was then hospitalized for internal bleeding, you may be entitled to significant compensation. XARELTO and PRADAXA have been linked to serious, even fatal internal bleeding. If you suffered a stroke, heart attack, or serious internal bleeding, or if a loved one died after taking XARELTO or PRADAXA, call us now. Our network of attorneys have years of experience fighting the big pharmaceutical companies and is ready to fight for you. Potential claims are being reviewed for users of XARELTO or PRADAXA who have suffered severe bleeding or hemorrhaging, stroke, or even death. Our network of experienced attorneys is ready to fight for you. You won't pay a thing unless your case is settled. Call today for a free confidential consultation. Don't fight this alone.
Please call 800-928-6604. That is 800-928-6604.
Are you Goodwill?
Yes, because when I donate
or shop at Goodwill,
I am creating a job. I am Goodwill, yeah, yeah.
Temperatures across the state have warmed nicely from the morning lows. We even had some 20s still in the northern part of the state this morning. Up around Jacksonville, temperatures were dropped down into the upper 20s. But we never really got as cold as we did yesterday, in part because we had a little extra cloud cover around to kick off the morning, plus the surface humidity was a little bit higher as well. 66 in Wauchula, 67 Arcadia, 63 Sarasota, 70 degrees weather in Venice, and Boca Grande coming in at 67. The official air temperature at the airport, 63, dew point 28, still very dry air, and if you're heating that 63-degree air temperature, the relative humidity is even lower than it is outside right now, which is at 27%. Pretty remarkable for this time of year to get 27% relative humidity. The water vapor imagery, which shows the swirls and motions in our atmosphere, where the dry air is and where it is not, is showing a lot of dry air back to the west, indicated here by these tan colorizations. That spells a beautiful sunset for you tonight. It also spells a lot of sunshine right straight through the weekend, but you'll notice this kind of little dip in the general flow of the upper atmosphere. That's a little trough, minor trough, not a big deal. There's certainly not a lot of moisture here for this trough to work with, but it has kicked off a little bit of cloud cover earlier on this morning and during the overnight, helping to keep our nighttime temperatures a little bit warmer. That has since moved on. Drier areas moving in, and we are assured a lot of sunshine right straight into the weekend. Low pressure area to the north of us, producing some snow showers from the Chicago area back up through Minneapolis, St. Paul, back toward Cleveland, and then transitioning near Cincinnati into a kind of a sleet, rain, snow mix. Yuck. That all moves to the east and brings a chance of some snow showers and maybe some freezing rain to areas like Pittsburgh and then on up into Buffalo a little bit later on. That whole low pressure area scoots eastward, forces our high out into the Atlantic and gives us a nice easterly wind flow. That easterly wind flow, a warming wind, ensures tomorrow will be even warmer than today. And today was 10 degrees warmer than yesterday. By the time we get to Sunday, we'll be probably in the upper 70s, close to the 80-degree mark. A lot of showery activity to the north of us. The Atlanta airport may see a few airport delays, but most of this stuff, I think, will be thunderstorm activity that'll stay away from the major airport hubs. These showers will probably start to become less intense as they sink south. The frontal boundary itself will be coming through here probably on Sunday mid-morning, afternoon. And it'll come through here dry. The air's just too dry for it to support any showers. First, our easterly wind flow may bring a shower over to the other coast, but mostly just some clouds for us. And then the front comes through. I think it really overdoes the shower activity on Sunday. Don't think we'll see much in the way of showers. But we will see a little extra cloud cover around. There's the snowfall total from this quick hit from the low pressure area on through Sunday. And as you can see, it's much less than the last storm that moved through. So spring comes on Monday, and after that front sinks southward on Sunday, we'll have a little dip in our temperatures, but not much, and we'll recover quickly on Tuesday. The rest of the week looks good. Ray?
Very nice. Thank you, John. So what are your plans this weekend? Some ideas from Linda Carson here in our Suncoast scene.
Did you like that? Well, you're invited. In fact, the entire community is invited to hear one of the best organists in the world in concert at Church of the Redeemer Sunday afternoon at 6:15. It'll feature organ solos with Ken Cowan.
We'll start with a Fantasia in F minor by Mozart, and then a piece I commissioned about 3 years ago. It's an etude caprice nicknamed Beelzebub's Laugh, and it's by a composer named Rochelle Laurent. Then 2 pieces with violin and organ. My wife, Lisa Shihoten, is a really wonderful virtuoso violinist, and so we'll collaborate on 2 pieces.
That's just the first hour of the program. The second hour is equally awesome. That's Sunday at 6:15 at Church of the Redeemer. Little Foxes at the Oslo Rep. It opens Friday night and it runs through April 15th. And it's directed by a 2-time Tony winner and an Oscar nominee. That's director Frank Galati, and he says Little Foxes is an angry, savage comedy.
And its aim is to critique and expose the greed, mendacity, bigotry, small-mindedness, deceit of people who are obsessed with money.
And the 81st annual Sarasota County Fair opens on Friday and it runs through March 26. There'll be tons of exciting rides and Oscar the Robot will be here.
There's lots of new stuff at the fair this year. We're going to have an automaton fortune teller named Conjurer. He's really awesome. And we got Matt's Family Jam. We're going to have my friend Elvis is coming back again this year, along with some other acts. We've even got the big guys on stage. Ron Diamond is going to be there, the hypnotist.
So don't miss the Sarasota County Agricultural Fair. Linda Carson, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Some good ideas. Thank you, Linda. Still to come, a supermodel will host not 1 but 2 big shows, and a supersized NBA legend walks the walk away from the court. We'll tell you what he's doing after this.
Check out mysuncoast.com/dining, your guide to the foodie lifestyle.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School, serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC 7's Good Morning Suncoast.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile,
wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G-Freed has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G-Freed Flooring America. G-Freed Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Join us for Sarasota Opera's 2017 Winter Festival, opening February 11th. Featuring Puccini's most famous opera, Madame Butterfly, Rossini's delightful comedy, The Italian Girl in Algiers, Poulenc's heartbreaking dialogues of the Carmelites, and the medieval thriller The Love of Three Kings by Italo Montemezzi. Tickets are on sale now. Call 941-328-1300 or visit sarasotaopera.org.
If you're only hungry for a slice of apple pie, why buy the whole pie? And you certainly wouldn't want to pay for an all-you-can-eat buffet. So if you don't use your cell phone that much, why get charged for a plan that's too big or even an unlimited plan? Luckily, there's still a wireless company that shares your values. Welcome to Consumer Cellular. Our average customer pays about $25 a month for everything they need. Many pay even less, as plans start at just $10 a month. You'll get a straightforward bill that's easy to understand with no surprises and all the attention you deserve from our friendly customer service team. No wonder Consumer Cellular received a J.D. Power Award for highest customer service. Plus, if you're an AARP member, you'll receive special discounts. It's easy to switch. You can even keep your phone and your number. So stop paying for more than you need and start your 30-day risk-free trial today. Call 800-297-5313. Go to consumercellular.com or visit a Target or Sears store today.
An important message for Americans eligible for Medicare. Are you receiving all the benefits available to you? Now's the time to find the coverage that's right for you at the right price. The way to do that is to explore your options. You can spend hours doing that yourself, or you can call Health Markets and let us do the legwork for you. Let us find you the right plan at the right price and see if you qualify to lower your prescription costs. Put our free service to work for you at no charge.
Call 1-800-738-1923. Car experts and customers agree there's a whole lot to love about a new Subaru. Subaru offers more 2016 IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus winners than any other brand. And Subaru had the best resale value of all brands for 2016. Now you can lease a new Subaru Forester for just $209 a month or get 0% financing during the Subaru A Lot to Love event. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
And of course, it's time for a little dessert. Look at this, is so creative. Peanut butter, jelly, and banana and croûte with beautiful vanilla cream. And we have the chocolate mousse bonbon with espresso cream. But of course, being a Gallagher on St. Patrick's Day, I have to do a little toast with the Irish coffee. So no matter where you go tonight, make sure you're safe and take it slow, but do enjoy St. Patrick's Day and definitely come down to Duval's. Order some fresh seafood or try their 4-course Irish dinner tonight and top it all off with some Irish coffee. Top of the day to you, and back to Ray.
Very good. Thank you, Judy. Happy St. Patrick's Day to you as well. Shaquille O'Neal has become somewhat of a guardian to a young dog attack victim. The former NBA legend invited 5-year-old Saray and her family to meet him at an Atlanta furniture store where he bought the family all new furniture. Back in January, the child and her 6-year-old classmate were attacked by a dog while walking to the bus stop. Her classmate wound up dying of her injuries, and it took this girl 2 months to recover. O'Neal has been at her side at every turn.
He's been coming around, you know, ever since it happened. He pretty much the only person that came, well, the only celebrity that came around that supported her.
The girl is in good spirits and looking forward to going back to school. Bonjour, Will and Kate. The Duke and Duchess of Cambridge made their first trip to Paris. It's Prince William's first official visit since his mother, the late Princess Diana, died there in a car crash 20 years ago. The couple is meeting with the French president. They'll also meet with victims and first responders from prior deadly attacks in Paris. Tyra Banks returning to America's Next Top Model as the hostess. Producers say her absence was deeply felt by the show's fans this past season. They say this inspired her to have a change of heart and come back. Banks is also the new host of America's Got Talent. And finally this afternoon, thousands lined the streets in Savannah for one of the largest St. Patrick's Day celebrations in the country. The Savannah St. Patrick's Day Parade brings in thousands of people each year. Organizers have nicknamed the fair the Savannah Irish. And they start marking early. Festivities for Irish festivals begin mid to late February in Savannah. Today is their big day. I have been to that city, John. It's a lovely version of Sarasota in some ways, similar size, on the water.
Foodie town.
Yeah, lots of different things to do. Really a neat place to check out. So Savannah's really growing with that St. Patrick's Day Parade. I didn't realize that going.
It'd be interesting to know the history of how a St. Patrick's Day Parade gained such popularity in Savannah, which is kind of interesting.
And off it goes.
It is a beautiful little town. Kind of humid in the summer, but very, very nice to visit. It's cute. Nice walking town.
Really
I like
is.
walking towns.
We rented a bicycle there last summer and rode around the historic district, all the fountains, and that's where a lot of Forrest Gump was filmed.
I didn't know that.
That scene with him on the park bench with the fountain behind him, that's Savannah right there.
Ah, I did not know
and
that.
Also, Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil.
Yeah.
Right there as well.
That's a great book.
Yeah. So, nice weekend.
Beautiful weekend. Nice to visit our own little town squares downtown in the city of your choice and stroll around outside. Be beautiful weather.
Sounds nice. Have a nice weekend.
You too, sir.
Haley's here at 5. We'll see you Monday on Good Morning Suncoast.
Day at 4 on Suncoast View. I'm Stephanie Roberts. On Suncoast View, we'll need the luck of the Irish as we learn to Irish dance, plus a world premiere of a new musical and Jack Dusty at the Ritz in the kitchen.
Today at 4 on Suncoast View.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.